Hi, my name is Jacqueline Rose, and I do not think it's a coincidence that you're here. I think you're meant to be here. So if this message resonates with you, please click like and subscribe to my channel. This channel is about everything spiritual and much, much more. So today I had this concept in my head that I wanted to film about. So what if you considered your life as a game and you looked at every single day as a new first thing that came to my mind was a dimension, but a new choice in your life, okay? So I look at my life, I say this and repeat this a lot, as a game or a story, okay? And each day that I wake up in the morning, I am thankful and grateful and I prime my brain, but I'm also directing my story, my game, in a certain path determined on my steps. So when you wake up and you let life unfold for you, so I just kind of go, who's going to message me today? Who's going to call me today? What opportunities am I going to have today? And I swear to God, things fall in my lap all the time. All the time, people. I manifest things all the time. I wanted to learn how to meditate better. I am self-trained. And I just happened to have a call a few weeks ago from a really great friend of mine that met somebody that is a meditative trainer, and they do the first 3 sessions for free. And there was somebody that literally lives right up the street from me that can train me. And so I was able to sit with them. I wanted it. I manifested it. It fell into my lap. And I take those opportunities. Now, I also was getting kind of anxious about it. It's a new experience. But now I look at those new experiences, like I know some people are like, well, I don't know if I want to go there because I don't know those people. What am I going to talk about? Like we're thinking about all the negative things that could happen. And in my brain, it's like, okay, I'm anxious. I'm nervous about it. That means I need to go in that direction because I will get a new version of me, because the old version of me would not go do that. And the old version of me didn't work well, right? Like the old version of me didn't work with myself very well. So what do? I do something different than the old Jackie did, right? And I go do something that puts me out of my comfort zone. And that's important, to start doing things that put you out of your comfort zone, because you'll get a new version of you, right? And that's why I'm always talking about changing up your patterns. Change what you do, change to the people that you talk to, change what you do every night, what you watch. I mean, change it up, people, because when you change it up, then you get a new version of yourself and you get a new life story. If you continue to do the same things over and over again, I mean anything, everything. If you keep eating the same breakfast every day and you keep hanging out with the same people every day, and you're talking to the same people and going to the same job, going the same way, having the same conversations, you get the same person over and over again. So change it up. And when you change it up, do something a little out of your comfort zone, right? Because you get a new version of you. And that's what we want. And you can use that towards weight loss. You can use that towards relationships. You can use it towards anything. I was able, and because of meditation, I was able in the moment when I would get in disputes with my husband, per se, I was able to stop for a minute and go, what did I used to do? I don't want to do that again. So I'm going to try a different approach and see if that works out. And believe it or not, it does. Because that is a new version of me, which puts me in a new path. Okay, so when you think of quantum physics giving you all possibilities and all probabilities, you're hopping on what probability and possibility you want by your actions, which will give you a new direction, a new timeline, a new life. And so when we're looking at our life as a movie, so I sit back and I look at my life and go, okay, I made all these decisions out of these patterns and these emotional habits. Okay, I want to make new patterns and new decisions. So I'm going to go in this direction. But you have to be conscious and you have to realize what your patterns are. I was talking to somebody yesterday about a family thing, and I asked her, does this happen a lot in your family over and over again? Has this situation or something like this happened over and over again? And she was like, yeah, it always happens. And I was like, then don't do that, because you know how that's going to end. But you have to be aware of the patterns within the family. So I think when you're able to look at your life as a movie, you can go back and you can go, this struggle was very entertaining, but let me look at all the patterns that I do and my family does. Let me see these patterns, these messages. Let me be more aware of them so I can change it throughout my future, right? We want to stop that family line of destruction. And almost everybody, I ain't met anybody yet that has had, well, a few, but very few people that, and they just may not have told me their story, that don't have traumatic childhoods or something happened or somebody said something that made them feel bad. I mean, I can think of people in high school or people in elementary school, things that just stuck out to me that were, hurtful to me. Not necessarily they intended it, but it was hurtful for me. And I took on that message and I always remembered it and it played in my mind. Okay. So when we are looking at our life as a story, and we are the superstars in our story, remember that. I am the superstar in my story. My husband is my co-pilot in my story, right? He's not the superstar. He does not make me happy. I make myself happy, and he makes himself happy, and we come together. But I don't give all my attention to my husband or all my attention to my son. I had somebody say that today that was like, when my kids are gone, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm like, I do. I have a life. Not that they don't, but I have made a decision that I am the superstar of my movie, and I have lots of hobbies and lots of things that I like to do all the time that bring me passion and joy. And so when my son grows up, which will be 10 years from now when he'll be 18, but I will have a whole new path that I'm going on. And right now I have a whole new path that I'm going on because I made decisions in this moment. I hope this resonates with somebody, because something just popped in my brain that was live your life like it's a movie. Live your life like it's a game, because that's what I do. I just watch everything. I watch, observe. I'm in it, but I'm not in it. I'm not in here. I'm out here kind of watching and observing and taking it in and seeing how it unfolds. And it's just, and I also have practiced in the last year and a half of not letting other people's emotions affect mine. And I've done this very well with my son, because my son has meltdowns and gets overloaded. And I used to take on that emotion and get upset, and I was a bad mom. But now it's a great practice that he's upset, and I can try to give him my energy and calm him down a bit, but his demeanor will not reflect what my demeanor is. I have control over my dominion, right? And so that's a great practice in our life, is go, okay, that person's mad. My wife is really, really mad right now. She's yelling at me. Maybe I did something. I forgot to, I don't know, take out the trash or something, and I always forget it. She's thinking it's something else, and she's mad from work. I'm not going to let her bad mood affect me. What I'm going to do is step forward to love and be like, hey, baby, I'm so sorry. I see that you're really upset right now. And that was not my intentions. I will take out the trash. Is there anything that I can do for you? I mean, that wasn't like me back in the day. Old Jackie would have been like, don't you fucking yell at me. Don't get on to me. I got my own things. I don't think... And then I always ended in a bad result. And instead, I was able to stop, observe, see their overall aura and energy, and be able to go, okay, I'm not going to take that on. I'll just go for a walk if it really pisses me off, or I'll try to step forward in love. It is a practicing thing, though, okay? Because our ego likes to get in the way, and you have to recognize that ego. See, my ego wants to tell somebody, move the fuck on, don't be talking to me like that. That's my ego, right? Even if I'm justified in it. My higher self that I connect to is the one that goes, hey, I see that you're upset, and I'm sorry that I may have added to that. I'm going to go take out the trash, and if there's anything else I can do to help you, then I will try my best to do that. And that's love. That's my higher self. That's the connection I have with Source in my heart, is that I'm going to step forward with love and not let that ego take over. Okay? Like I said, the ego will take over. That is what we fight, is that ego every day. Anyways, I had to talk about it. I had to get it out. Much love.